Using technology can change a child's brain. An article in the Psychology Today said that the use of technology can alter the actual wiring of the brain. More than a third of the children under the age of 2 use mobile media. That number only increases at the child's age, with 95% teens, 12 to 17, spend more time online. So children who use search engines may become very good at finding information, but are never very good at remembering it. So you see, the latest research is telling us that technology, especially when we sit in front of computers and mobile phones and other screens, is actually having a harmful effect on our brains. And this will eventually mean that we have very short attention spans. And you see nowadays, sometimes children, they can only take in information in bytes. And remember that this will eventually have an impact upon their lives when they have partners, when they get married. And that short attention span means that they cannot enter into proper dialogue with their partners and their friends. And therefore, they lose empathy for other people. And which is a very dangerous trend that if we don't curtail it now, it will mean that eventually we'll have children growing up who will be totally detached not only from society but from other human beings. And eventually, what type of a life will they be leading when they're totally detached from other human beings? In 2012, in fact, scientists at the Chinese Academy of Science found that the brain chemicals for people who habitually use internet and were perhaps addicted to it had abnormal connections between the nerve fibers in their brains. These changes are similar to other sort of addicts, including alcoholics. Chinese government have been implementing various schemes to reduce the internet addiction in children. There are 632 million internet users in China, and 24 million of its children are thought to be addiction. In an article in the Daily Telegraph, reports from a controversial military-side boot camp in China revealed the following regarding the students. Internet addiction leads to problems in brain similar to those deprived from heroin consumption. But generally, it is even more damaging. It destroys relationships and deteriorates the body without the person knowing. All of them have eyesight and back problems and suffer from eating disorder. In addition, we have discovered that their brain capacity is reduced by 8%. And the psychological affiliations are serious. If somebody is spending 6 hours or more on the internet, we consider them to be addicted. So you can see that there are real dangers from technology. And then there is a further very important factor that also needs to be taken into account. And the main risks to pre-adolescent and adolescents online today are the risks from each other, the risk of improper use of technology, lack of privacy, sharing too much information, or posting false information about themselves or others. These types of behavior put their privacy at risk. When internet users visit various sites, they can leave behind evidence of which sites they have visited. This collective ongoing record of one's web activity is called the digital footprint. One of the biggest threats to young people on social media sites is that their digital footprint and their future reputations. Pre-adolescents and adolescents who lack an awareness of privacy issues often post inappropriate messages, pictures, and videos without understanding what goes online stays online. As a result, future jobs or college acceptances may be put into jeopardy by inexperience and rash clicks of the mouse. Indiscriminate internet activity can also make children and teenagers easy for marketers and fraudsters to target. So you can see that there are so many dangers with this technology that we as parents, unless we exercise control from a very early age, we will be doing enormous harm to our children for the future. Instead of allowing children to spend too much time on technology, we should get them to read books. We should get them to go outside and play in fresh air. We should get them to go and talk to other people, because sitting in front of a screen will eventually cause a lot of problems for our future generations. Now, it is very, very important that as parents, we should be aware of the damage that this can do to all future generations. However, in saying that all technology does not have benefits, it would not be a fair comment. Yes, technology has given us great advancement in medical industry, has given people the chance for better education and lifestyle, conveniencing in travel. It has given the Jamaat great platform for tabligh. But as with anything, addiction to internet can send us down a spiral that turns us away from our true purpose of life, that is the remembrance and obedience and praise to Allah the Almighty. Now, Hazur Anwar says about modern technology and the need to draw close to Allah. During his address at the York University in Toronto on the 26th of October 2016, Hazur said, "Such technology has been developed that has the capability of wiping out nations from the map of the earth by pressing a button. Of course, I'm referring to the development of weapons of mass destruction, and that are capable of inflicting almost unmanageable horror, devastation, and destruction. Such weapons are being produced that have the potential to destroy not only civilization today, but also leave behind a legacy of misery for generations to come. In the world today, we witness double standards and hypocrisy at so many levels of society, and the resulting lack of peace is a cause of the utmost concern and grief for those people who sincerely feel the pain of humanity. As a leader of the Muslim community, it is this issue that concerns and worries me more than any other." Hazur Iqtas has mentioned time and time again that the positive influence of technology can be found through tabligh. At a time when certain groups within Islam are doing their utmost to defame and discredit its teaching, we are witnessing how Allah the Almighty is constantly opening new venues of tabligh for our Jamaat. Unquestionably, MTA is in itself playing a great role in spreading the true teaching of Islam to all parts of the world. I hope and pray that we are able to take full benefit of this great treasure of MTA that Allah has bestowed upon us, so that the message of true Islam shines brightly and comes to enlighten every home in the world. Then Huzur on another occasion mentions, there is no doubt that media plays a huge role in influencing public opinion. So the media should use this power responsibly as a force for good and as a force for peace. It should show the world what true Islam represents, rather than focusing on the merciless acts of a tiny minority. So you can see that by the grace and blessing of Allah, technology can have great benefits for us in the future as well. But it is about balancing the two, where sometimes we are not able to do so. So my message to all the Khuddam and Atfal is that be very conscious of the use of technology in your own lives, because rather than it having good in your lives, it can also destroy your lives, and it can create all kinds of issues and problems for you in the future and in your future relationships. May Allah enable you to understand the purpose of our creation, that is our relationship and our union with Allah the Almighty through supplication. And during this blessed month of Ramadan, we should be supplicating to Allah and asking Him for forgiveness and asking Him to help us to become better human beings, to be able to help society and to help other people on the right path and not be diverted ourselves. May Allah bless you all. And finally, I would like to say that we are very blessed that we as a Jamaat have the institution of Khilafat as a blessing of Allah to us. Therefore, we must not forget that we should pray for the good health and long life of Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen Ayyadullah ibn Aziz and his family, that may Allah continue to send His blessings on us through this great institution. May Allah bless you all.